Thank you very much, Hassan. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Muslim Institute's 2025 Winter Gathering. Our very first Winter Gathering was held in this very room, in this very building, in 2009, about 16 years ago. And every time since, we've returned to Sarum College. So much so that some of you have asked us whether we own the building. So we don't, except on these weekends when it becomes our home. For many of our long-standing fellows, Winter Gathering has become a highlight in the calendar, time to reconnect, time to reflect, to recharge. And it's also a pleasure to see so many new fellows join us for this weekend. This year's theme, marking 60 years since the martyrdom of Malcolm X, is entitled By Any Means Necessary, Muslims, Politics and Power in the 21st Century. Over the next few days, we'll be asking some big questions about how we build strength, protect our freedoms, and shape the future we want. Now, we often describe the Muslim Institute as a space for critical thought and open debate, inspired by the tradition of fellowship or fatwa. Now, fatwa is sometimes translated as knowledgeable clubs, but there was so much more than that. In the classical age of Muslim civilization, these were communities that combined knowledge, ethics, and service. They were self-organizing spaces where artisans, scholars, and seekers of truth gathered, not to echo the power of rulers, but to hold power to account, not to follow, but to lead through conscience and conviction. We will surely hear from our keynote speaker more about this history. The Fatwa built communities around learning, humility, and service. People coming together to exchange ideas, support one another, serve their neighbors, and speak up when the caliph of the day or the state strayed from justice. That's the spirit we wish to carry forward here. The Muslim Institute is an independent platform, a space where we as a community can think, debate, and decide our own priorities. So we don't take our cues from politicians or from funders. We shape our own agenda because a confident, self-reliant community must also be a community that can think for itself. But independence doesn't mean isolation. The Fatwa were never inward-looking. They stood for what was right, not only for themselves, but for everyone around them. So yes, we want to nurture strength and self-reliance amongst British Muslims, but we also want to champion what's best for all communities in the UK. If our values are truly rooted in Islam, they must be of benefit to all, Muslim and non-Muslim. We must also do more than simply diagnose our problems. We must also implement and support practical solutions that benefit all in our local communities. Those who attended our anniversary event in 2023 know that the Muslim Institute has a rich tradition of activism that goes back over 50 years. This is the organisation that created the Muslim Parliament of Great Britain, the Bayt al-Mal al-Islami, the Muslim Women's Institute, the Halal Food Authority. Now, some of those organisations don't exist today, but that's okay. Much of this work is now being done by other organisations and other people, and that's a good thing. The baton moves on, and some of those organisations are here with us this weekend. 2 years ago, we launched the Community Empowerment Fund to re-engage our thought back into activism. We have since invested over £20,000 in projects championed by our fellows and friends that help our young men and women stand on their own 2 feet with confidence. Our Empowerment Fund is now investing in research into our communities to determine what their needs and priorities are. We will hear from this shortly, and we will help fund the recommendations that come out of this research. We want to partner with others, and I'm very pleased that representatives of the Halal Food Authority are with us this weekend. We will continue to work together to allocate resources that are at the service of our communities. So I hope you'll see this weekend not just as a gathering, but a conversation, a space where we can think together, challenge together, and begin to build together. So thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to your contributions over the next few days and beyond. Thank you.